Thanks for the pick-me-up. Yes! This is kinda exciting. Is this? Taking this? Got some syrup. Grizzly! Her room's gotta be around here, right? There's someone there.
What's Val up to, I wonder?
Heya! Hina, it's just me!
Val?
I figured you might be lonely, so I wanted to check and make sure everything's okay.
Oh, you thought I was the lonely one? But you weren't lonely at all, right?
No, of course not. In fact, I was busy making plans for the trip.
Ah, yes, the picture of Soul Guard preparedness.
That's right.
Joking aside, I realized I'm more weak-willed than I thought.
Hina?
If I'm being completely honest, I'm scared.
Scared of what?
Completing my duty as the Alm and sacrificing my soul. It's terrifying. When we set out on this journey, I hadn't really thought about the consequences of becoming the Alm. Of what I'd really be giving up. I never questioned my role before. It's ingrained in our traditions, after all. Our purpose in this world has always been to continue our way of life. The Alms are how we protect the future. But now, after traveling to all these exotic locations and meeting so many different people, both good and bad, I realized... Never mind. I'm probably overthinking it.
Ow!
Oh!
What's up?
Orin!
Sorry for eavesdropping. Can I ask? If you two could be together forever, would you? Continue living your lives as you are now, until you both grow old and gray. If you never want to let each other go, I can make that happen. I can show you a future free of the Alm's sacrifice. If you trust me, come to the pier by the market before sunrise. I'll be waiting.
think a future without sacrifices is possible?
But what'll happen to us and our mission?
I want to hear what Orin has to say.
Hina?
Okay, let's go talk to Orin. Do you remember when we were kids and I got hopelessly lost just outside of the village?
Oh, yeah. Once I noticed you were gone, I ran out to search for you. When I found you, you were crying, which made me cry.
I know you must have been scared, but it meant a lot that you came to look for me anyway.
Of course, Hina. Even when we were little, I didn't want to be apart from you.
Me too. Val, You know, I've always...
Hina?
Never mind. I can wait until after we meet up with Orin.
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. We left without telling anybody. Do you think we should have included the rest of the group in this? They're alms too.
True, but it's already late. And I know that Karina, for one, was exploring the palace from top to bottom. I bet she's fast asleep by now. Also, I get the feeling that everyone else has already come to terms with their role as alms. But I just can't. I don't want to have to give all of this up. I want to keep living my life. And now that I've realized that, I know that what I really want is to stay here and keep making memories with you, Val. It's silly, but I don't want the others to see how selfish I've become. How unworthy I am to be an alm.
Don't say that! You were personally chosen by an elemental spirit. You'll make a fantastic Alma Fire.
Thanks, Val. That does actually make me feel better.
You're not the only selfish one. I wish I could keep traveling with you forever. Not to the Mana Tree, just anywhere. And everywhere. But I don't know how much stock we can put in Orin's plan. If there's no other choice, I think it's our duty to see this pilgrimage through.
Agreed. I accepted the title, and I will do what needs to be done. But I'd like to know our options first. You know, you're a pretty good soul guard, Val. I was scared to talk about how I was feeling. I thought maybe the others, or even you, Val, might be disappointed in me.
Hina, nothing you say would ever make me think less of you. getting excited. This might be useful. Taking this. Yes! Got some syrup. That's more grizzly syrup than I know what to do with. Yes! Got some syrup. Yes!
Good. You're willing to take a chance on me.
We want to hear you out, at least. What is it that you plan to do? How can you make it so that alms aren't needed? Won't the world fall to ruin if the alms don't sacrifice their souls to the mana tree and replenish the depleted mana power?
It won't. I'm going to change the unjust laws of fate that rule this world of ours. I can fix it all. And the world will be better for it. For people like Hina. And Liza.
Liza? You mean like Liza?
It figures you'd know her. She was a soul guard from Tiania like you. After she completed her mission, we settled down together. She's the love of my life.
Oh, we heard she got married, but didn't know who her partner was.
Is she okay? Where is she?
She's around. Still in Guju, actually. 4 years ago, well, she was named the Alm of Earth.
Liza became an alm? But didn't disaster befall Guju?
Just because the village was destroyed, doesn't mean everyone was lost. But living on the edge of a knife, waiting for fate to strike you down is no life at all. I need your help to change this world for good.
So, why ask the two of us?
Any alm would be fine, but I don't know. When I look at you two, I see a lot of me and Liza in you. That's why I need you both to help me. What do you say? Want to change the world?
I want to see the future that Val and I can make together.
Sounds like I'm at your service, Orin.
I knew I could count on the pair of you. Hop aboard and let me show you what I found.
Did something happen to Liza and Guchu?
These days, she has a hard time moving. And it seems that she's still considered the alm of our village, even after all these years. But I just can't let her go to the Mana Tree.
Where are you taking us?
A small island with a place called Rainus Shrine, where we can perform the ritual.
What ritual?
It's a ritual that allows another person to borrow the life energy of an alm.
That sounds dangerous. Will this ritual hurt Hina in any way?
Everything will work out. Using the power of a person chosen by the elementals, I can make it so the alms won't have to sacrifice themselves, just like in the past.
Oh, you mentioned something about that on the Prim. Is that why you're traveling the world right now?
Yep, I've been searching everywhere for a way to fix things. I'd be willing to do just about anything as long as it's for Liza. And that's how I happened upon the two of you.
What's that?
That is Rainus Shrine. It was built back in the time of Fadiel to honor the elementals and give thanks to the spirits. The elemental spirits are more in tune with things like this altar, so it's a good place to perform this ritual. I'm gonna head straight for the altar and get things set up. The terrain is a bit tricky here, so watch your step.
Careful, Hina. It really is hard to keep your footing here.
Thanks, Val. Such a mysterious place we've found ourselves in. Each breath of air feels so crisp and clean. The breeze is nice too. Val, I figured out what I really want. I want to go back to Tiania. With you. I want to hear the rumbles of our volcano as we go about our lives. Smiling, laughing, enjoying each other. Is that selfish of me?
Hina, of course it's not. I want the same thing. That's the whole reason I came here.
Really? You too? Then I'm glad it's not just me.
Yes! Taking this?
Let's get started. Go stand in the center of the altar.
Hina, good luck.
Not so fast. You too, Val.
What? Me?
This ritual allows someone to borrow another's life force, remember? Hina needs your support physically to hold her up.
I'd rather you were with me anyway, Val. Please.
Well, okay. Is it weird that standing up here makes me nervous?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not nervous. I'm with you. And we'll be together from here on out.
Lam Ratila Kon Yuila Mila Raila Fonil Zara Seki Shakri Fukri Jadila Roto Lazula Tura Lola
What?
Lazul
Hang on.
Mula Shuzra Pula Rela.
Orin! What are you doing? This feels like...
You've got it, Val. This ritual is actually used to draw out the abilities of people with particular powers. In other words, you, Val, can reduce living things to their essence, their core stones.
Into what?
When Liza told me about this little boy from her village who could crystallize monsters, I figured she was kidding. It sounded like a silly myth. But once I saw you in action, I realized you might be the answer I've been searching for. All I needed was the ritual in order to use your powers. And now, I'll have the core stone of an alm. With it, I'll be one step closer to accomplishing what I set out to do. Hina! You're coming with me to Elusia Isle.
Orin! This isn't... We didn't want this! You said we could be together! We trusted you!
I had to, Val. But her sacrifice won't be in vain. I promise you.
Val,
Hina, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't mean to do this. It's all my fault. If I didn't have these stupid powers, you'd be...
I always thought we'd get married and have lots of children. You'd grow into a wise old man, and I'd be by your side through the years. That was the future I wanted for us.
Hina, no!
What does not wait for a lifetime, even if the light of my soul should fade? This love of ours we would never trade, no matter what. Close your eyes, your lips, I'm a memory, a distant thought, yearning to be free, a whisper at your fingertips, now and for always, now and for always, now and for
My, that is quite the quandary.
Turned into a core stone? I had noticed when monsters transformed into rocks during fights, but I didn't know it was your doing, Val.
You're sitting here feeling sorry for yourself. But Orin isn't the only one to blame for this fiasco.
I know.
You know? Like you know that it's your whole job to prevent things like this from happening, Mr. Soulguard?
Karina, is this really the time?
No. She's right. I have no right to call myself a soul guard.
You won't even stand up for yourself? Pathetic!
How should we proceed?
What do you mean? You all still have a duty to fulfill at the Mana Tree. And Val is still charged with protecting the Alms along the way. That hasn't changed. With the loss of the Alm of Fire, the village of Tiania is in grave danger. The longer you hesitate, the wider the damage may spread.
But how can I possibly make it to the Mana Tree when I can't even protect a single person?
Where do you think you're going?
Karina, leave him be. I know how you feel, but you're only pouring salt into the wound at this point.
Oh, come on, Morley. Don't tell me you're not mad at Val, too.
Of course I am. But yelling at him now won't help. He should have talked to us before taking Hina on this fool's errand. But what's done is done.
I just don't get it. How could this have happened to Hina?
We received word this morning that Dorfer Volcano is active. The extent of the damage is not yet known. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure, so goes the saying. The village is vulnerable.
What about Val? If he quits, will we have to make the pilgrimage to the Mana Tree on our own?
A complex conundrum to be sure. I do not think it wise to withdraw with Val in this state.
Perhaps I can make Val see reason. All he needs is a nudge in the right direction. Leave this to me. Consider it payment from your assistance with my wrongful imprisonment.
Father knows what he's doing. Let him try.
Yeah, well, maybe you can knock some sense into that thick head of his.
He's suffered enough as it is. I doubt he could handle another blow to his mind or body after what he's been through.
I have a duty to the rest of the Alms. They need protection. They need me. But how can I protect everyone when I'm the reason Hina... And how do I even face them? I wish none of this had ever happened. Once we get back, if we'd never left the pier, everything would be different, Hina.
Hi.
Yes!
Welcome. What will it be? Thank you for coming.
If only I didn't have this stupid power. If only... If only someone else had been chosen as the Soul Guard. Hina, I'm so sorry.
There you are, Val. Hard to find a prettier view than the ocean. Calming, too. Feels like your heart naturally matches the rhythm of the waves. I'd find Morley out here when I first took him in. He wasn't used to city life, but he liked the sea.
He did, huh?
Back then, Morley felt responsible for the fall of Etern. So much guilt for such a small boy. You probably see what I'm trying to get at here. When it got really bad, I would give Morley things to do. Odd jobs, errands, you name it. Whether it was helping with some of the younger children or traveling with me to distant markets, I put him to work. Even introduced him to Milpa. Anything to give him a sense of community. I wanted Morley to learn more about himself and find a path of his own. It won't be easy, but you can't let this terrible accident close off your emotions. Sure, you could try to forget all about Hina, your powers, and the part you played in this tragedy, but it would solve nothing. You need to find the courage to face what happened, to face what's in your own heart.
My heart?
That's why fighting prowess is only a small part of what you need to become a Soul Guard. What matters most is your heart. And the will to carry on, for the sake of a bright future.
Although, it's not my place to force Mew into a mission Mew can't stomach anymore. I suppose if Muir out of commission, then the Alms will just have to find their own way. By themselves, all on their lonesome. Of course, the road to the Mana Tree is full of monsters and inhospitable terrain, so a Soul Guard would be useful. But Morley and the others can hold their own against all those ferocious enemies. Probably.
Probably? What are you talking about?
Karina?
This pilgrimage is doomed from the start without our Soul Guard. So Hina's core stone was stolen. So what? We're just gonna have to steal it back. Without you and Hina's help, I never would have gotten this far in the first place. I won't abandon you both now.
Don't forget, you're not just our Soul Guard, Val. You're our friend and companion. This isn't a journey you have to complete alone. We're in this together.
Precisely. I would wish for none other than you to bid us a fond farewell at the end of our arduous adventure. Please, find it within yourself to continue this campaign with the rest of us.
Thank you. All of you. I shouldn't be asking any favors, but Orin has Hina's core stone, and I want to get it back. Will you help me? Before we set out, Hina and I decided that if Orin's plan was a bust, we'd like to see this pilgrimage through to the end. It may only be a small piece of her, but I want to bring Hina's core stone to the Mana Tree in her stead.
An entity's core stone is its elementary essence. If we convey Hina's to the Mana Tree, we may stave off greater tragedy.
You're forgetting that we have no idea where Orin's gone. He could be anywhere in the world by now.
He said something about an Elusia Isle, I think.
Didn't you say Elusia Isle? Perhaps luck is on our side today. Elusia is the self-same island where the Mana Tree grows. You're already on our way.
As I recall, first we must scale the Dede Cliffs. I have visited the Vigilant Beast Watch who guard the bluff. It was terrifyingly tall.
Climb the cliffs? Don't be silly. You can use the Jack Seed, just like all the other alms. This special seed can swiftly grow a huge vine, big enough to scale the cliff. It saved the convoys a lot of time and effort on previous pilgrimages.
Then what are we standing around here for? Let's go find that lowlife Orin and get Hina's core stone back.
The sooner we recover her core stone, the sooner we can continue our campaign to the Mana Tree and prevent any potential disasters.
What about the alms of light and darkness?
None have been named yet, but when they are, I'll send word that they are awaited here in the capital. You can come back and fetch them.
Once we're done in Elusia, we'll make sure to come back. It's not that far. As long as I've got Hina's core stone, I can fulfill my duty as the Soul Guard and safely escort all the alms to the Mana Tree. Looks like we're headed to Elusia Isle. Hina, I'll try my best.
I'm certain that Hina wasn't the only alm sent on this pilgrimage with misgivings in their heart. The burden is heavy, to be sure. Now it's up to Val and the others to shoulder that burden and carry on. If only there was something else to ease their load. Wait!
What is it, Father?
My 9 lives flashed before my eyes. I almost sent Mew all on our way without a proper introduction to my Emporium. Your trip will only get tougher from here on out. Make sure you're good and ready before you leave.
Might as well make the best of this situation, I guess.
Welcome. What can I get for you? Are these wares? Thank you. Please come again. Welcome. Please come again.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Elusia Isle is still a long way off. I should take stock of my item and gear situation. I can't fail in my Soul Guard duty. Not again. Whoa! This is kind of exciting. Nice! Whoa!
Time to get on the road again.
Okay, everyone. I guess the dead.
Correct. From Illistana, the Beast Watch keeps an eye on the...
The Watch is all beast folk like.
In the same way that the soul...
The whole world now it's time for us to play ours.
Well then.
Arvid's pasture supplies food to the whole world. Its vast, lush fields are abundantly fertile. Though peaceful now, in the past people fought over this very land.
Arvid's War, right? I remember Hina reading historical accounts, and... Just fields and farms as far as the eye can see, huh?
A familiar sight. It reminds me of Milpa's ranch.
Imagine having to plow this whole pasture.
The caretakers here rely on the capital and the blessings of the spirits to cultivate their crops.
This feels great! Got some syrup. Go faster!
Keep them coming.
Orin turned out to be the king of jerks. I had wanted to thank him for his help in Rada, but after Hina, well, he better hope we never cross paths. Your dad seems like a nice person, Morley.
Thank you. I agree. I'm glad I could introduce you.
This feels great! Grizzly! Go faster! Grizzly!
It's useless to run.
Oh, Bart, go by.
Go faster!
Who wants some more?
This feels great!
That all you got?
Was Orin an acquaintance of yours? An ally of old, perhaps?
Val and Hina met him after they set out from Tiamina. From what I was able to glean, he's not a merchant.
Warren took advantage of him. He's a coward and a cheat.
So when exactly did that Arvid's pasture war happen?
Historical volumes.
Val's a lot less fun to be around when he's mopey. But I don't know what to say either.
My suggestion is to allow him some space, Paulina.
He's trying, but it takes time to get your thoughts in order after such loss. Respond when he initiates conversation, and just be there for him.
Oh, Bart, no bite!
This feels great!
Who wants some more?
Ramco? Are you worried about me? Thanks, buddy. I didn't mean to upset you. I'll be okay.
Moving.
Grizzly! Thank-
I was told once that the area around Dura Gorge hasn't changed much since ancient times. The monsters are formidable too. Don't let your guard down for a moment.
Not everyone's perfect like you, Morley. But Hina's here too. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
Don't worry about it, okay?
Let's just do our best to stay vigilant.
Hina would be deeply disappointed in us if we were to incur any injuries. The moisture in the air is completely absent, but the wind spirits are still present.
It's the worst. Val, walk in front of me to block the gusts.
Okay. I guess this could count as protecting the Alms.
We're counting on you, Val.
See! Let's ride this whirlwind! And one with the wind!
How many times have you visited the gorge, Palomina?
Not frequently, I fear. Certainly not often enough to become used to the challenging climate.
This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Let them at me! Got it!
My aim is true.
Come at me! I guess this means I've improved. Got some syrup.
Do not forget to watch your footing, Val.
Sorry. Sounds like you're protecting me more than I'm protecting you.
Perish the thought. I merely want nothing detrimental to befall our defender.
Got some syrup.
What did you do for fun as a kid, Palomina?
Let me see. I read and reviewed the written word. I learned about flora and fauna. Oh, I would often experiment with different types of tea leaves to create the best blend of flavors.
I guess that's about what I'd expect from a childhood snack cooped up in a palace.
carry me where I need to go. This should make for a nice warm-up.
It's useless to run.
Lightsaber!
Take this! Don't let it get away!
A dead end? No. I bet the power of wind can help here.
Let's ask Sylphid for some assistance.
Grizzly! Quite a difference from the pasture we passed through before, huh?
I always consider the changing landscape as another thing to look forward to while traveling.
Hina would have loved to see all these places. Let's rest up.
I don't think he'll let us through without fire.
We must make him move by the...
Now we can keep moving.
Why do we have to fight such big monsters? They should just let us go already.
The Dede Cliffs are just ahead. We should arrive shortly.
No time like the present. Help us out! Taking this?
Hey! Oh, the Yoms and the Soul Guard! Wow! Hurry! Let's go tell the grown-ups! Yeah, hurry up! Wow! What a welcome!
I feel the weight of my role as an alm.
Thanks for bringing down the mood, Palomina.
Don't blame her. As queen, she knows exactly the manpower needed to provide for the alms. The Beast Watch may guard the Dede Cliffs, but it's the support of Illistana that sustains them here.
Let us first greet the Overseer of the Watch before we consider climbing the cliffs.
The Dede Cliffs. They're so tall you can't see anything on the other side.
You're telling me people would climb these cliffs? No way!
The children went in the direction of the garrison. We should follow them.
Taking this? So, how do we get this jack seed a growing?
The Beast Watch should know what to do. It's safe in their hands.
Shall we seek an audience with the overseer of the watch?
Grizzly! Got some syrup. Let's plan our next move.
We are glad you all, Alms and Soul Guard alike, have arrived safely. We have been waiting.
Overseer Molabe, how do you fare this fine day?
Well, Your Majesty, though from now on I will address you as the Alm of Water, Undine's chosen and pride of both Illistana and the members of the Watch alike. There is...
Yes, sir. I am Morley, newly appointed by the Elemental Luna once her blessing was restored.
There has been no better news heard in the garrison for years. As children of the parish ourselves, we are glad to hear that Aetern is not gone forever.
Hi, hello. Alm of Wind at your service.
It is my honor. I have greeted many Alms of Wind, but none have had such a robust aura as yourself. The goddess of mana will
Aw, you're just saying.
And where might the Alm of Fire be?
The Alm of Fire is...
I see. Then Tiania has no chosen this year. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure. The wind will rage, and pure waters will run foul, and disease spread. The moon's hold over time will splinter, depriving all beings of logic.
Every land has their own legend of disaster.
Guju and Aetern each saw calamity transpire. Tiania will surely be the next to succumb. Where mana ceases to flow, tragedy follows. Such is the way of things.
It's been a while since I heard the prophecy of Aetern's demise. It sounds wrong.
Well, you know how these old prophecies go, Morley. Besides, Luna's back, so there's nothing to worry about anymore.
Not good. I gotta get Hina's core stone back. Has a Gaian traveler come through this area recently?
Besides yourselves, we've only had contact with messengers from Illistana lately.
Thanks anyway.
Orin is either late or lying in wait in a less frequented location. We must not linger long before leaving for Elusia Isle, lest we lose our advantage.
Time is of the essence. Let's see to the growing of the Jack Seed. Gloriosa!
The Watch is tasked with performing the ceremonial planting and watering of the Jack Seed. The ritual is quite specific. We will see to the preparations. Please go to the rear of the garrison.
Not another ritual. I know it's not the same, but just hearing the word is enough to set me on edge. Okay, let's just head through.
Step up! Welcome. What will it be? Excellent choice. Thanks a bunch. 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 Stop by again.
Welcome. What'll it be? Come again.
The seed is planted. Now, we must water it.
Commence the watering, Gloriosa.
Spirits of Earth, we beseech you, bring life forth from this barren soil. Guide the alms over the cliffs and to Elusia beyond.
I didn't think it would really work.
As we feared, the power of Earth has grown too weak.
What do you mean?
4 years passed. The Alm of Earth was prevented from completing her sacrifice. Ever since, the soil has been unsuited for growing plants, even as far away as here in Dede.
Without the blessings of Earth, the vegetation here screams for sustenance.
Even with an ocean between you, you feel the effects from Guju?
So, does that mean, this little baby sprout isn't going to get any taller? Are we gonna have to try and scale the cliffs to get to Elusia ourselves?
That might be difficult. How many days would it set us back?
A definite dilemma.
There may be a solution. If you can ask to borrow the powers of Gnome, Elemental of Earth, he may be able to restore our soil.
The Earth Elemental, huh? Though Guju is gone, it's possible that the Elemental is still in the vicinity.
That would make sense. Luna was still in a Terran.
We found the Elemental of the Moon. I trust we can find Gnome as well.
Guju. The Earth Village. There's a chance that Liza is still there too. I'll get you back, Hina. I promise. Just a little longer.
There should be a boat from the free city of Tsata that will take us there.
Then let's make for Tsata.
Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone.
Is there any mana left to sustain the land of Guju and its elemental?
Finally, we're on our way.
But where exactly should we head from here?
To the left of the pasture is higher terrain. We should start there.
Once we traverse the bridge pass and the moors, we should be able to see our target, Sata.
I will make quick work.
Yes! Last one! Don't let it get away!
Oh, is that all?
Yes! Let's go! This feels great! Got some syrup.
Who wants some more?
Grizzly!
This place is called Entwine Bridge Pass.
Huh. Strange name.
People began calling the bridge Entwine after hearing the tale of a...
It's meant to symbolize the love Father told me about.
I'm a memory. A whisper. Entwine, huh?
Reminds me of times with my mother.
We're following in the steps of legendary heroes and the alms of old. Walking over this bridge is kinda a big deal, huh?
Across the ocean lies the island of Lorimar and Teratio, a world-renowned theater. There they periodically produce a play detailing the legend of a great hero of old. This bridge pass is also mentioned within the story. It is truly a touching tale. If we find ourselves with time, we should watch the performance.
So many people have taken this same road, past these same landmarks.
It has seen a lot. The bridge pass literally connects the past to the present.
Well, that bridge was way longer than I thought. Longer than the one through a cairn.
True. I marvel at the masterful masonry of our ancestors. The bridge pass,
I can't even wrap my mind around
the tale from the east.
And now we will be able to reach the Earth Elemental Gnome, thanks to the ancient Gaians and the very same structure.
The drier it gets, the hotter the sun feels.
At least we're on track to make it to the free city of Tata.
Then we charter a boat and make our way across the sea. Let's get going. Go faster!
So, Sata, what's it like?
Your guess is as good as mine. I have not yet been, but I'm equally excited to experience somewhere new.
We gotta figure out the boat situation once we reach Sata. You don't need anything as fancy as a pram. All I'm saying is I hope you're lucky.
Getting to Guju is what matters. I'll take a raft if I gotta. I think that banner is the symbol of the Free City.
Look, you can also see the lighthouse. I am certain this is Tsata.
Huh? What's that big thing a little ways off?
Let's go in and see for ourselves what kind of city we're dealing with.
Oh, are you newcomers? This is Tsata, the free city. As the name implies, you are free to live however you wish here. Enjoy yourselves. You may choose to stay for 3 minutes, 3 years, or even 3 lifetimes. So live it up. Whatever you want to do is up to you. Or I suppose it would be more accurate to say that in this free city, there is but one rule. No one should own material goods not shared with the rest. That's it. Cast aside your possessions, vestments, and land. All that belongs to one belongs to us all.
What an interesting philosophy.
Why assign ownership to things? The people in this city share their wealth so that all are wealthy. Our clothes are hand-me-downs, our dwellings public. If your blade gets dull, borrow another from the shop. Leaky boat, we'll all pitch in.
Well, at least that means they have boats here. Let's see if we can get someone to ferry us to Guju. The customs here in Tsata sure are different. I should probably head to the pier if I want to ask about a boat. Let's plan our next move. Yes!
Please, welcome. Please peruse what we have. Only the. Thank you for your patronage. Only the. Thank you for your patronage. Only. Thank you for your patron. Only. Thank you for your. Only. Thank you for your patronage. Come again soon.
Taking this? Yes! Taking this? This is kind of exciting. Nice!
Wow, my, do my eyes deceive me?
I could say the same of you. Not many dragonfolk live outside of Longren.
Very true, very true. I'm practically one of a kind. Fuji's a rebel, that's what. I just had to see the mana goddess for myself, you see? So I threatened a traveling peddler and got them to sneak me out of Longren.
Threatened? Hang on a second.
Silly me. I meant begged. But wouldn't you know it? There are giant cliffs on the way to the mana tree. No way I could climb them on my own. Plus, the guards in the area ran me off before I could even get close. Since I didn't much want to go home, I wandered around for a bit and finally ended up here in Sata. Everyone's attitude suits me fine, and they love my style too. How's about staying here for a while yourself? With your style, I'm sure you'd be a hit too.
I have to borrow a boat in order to get to Guju. There's something we have to take care of. Who should I talk to for passage? Are there rules for how to use the harbor?
Rules? Nah, anyone can take one of the boats if they need it. But I think your luck has just run out. For a while now, there have been weird reports coming in from the sailors.
What kind of weird?
The sea may look calm now, but wait until the ship sets sail. Something strange happens to the waters. A wall of waves appears and blocks any boat that tries to get past. That's why it's been ages since anyone's made it out of the harbor.
You're kidding.
Nope, but don't pay it any mind. I'm sure the ocean will go back to the way it was eventually.
Sorry, but I don't have the time to sit around. Maybe someone else has a better plan than wait. Now what? I don't know what to do. I should find the others and regroup. Where'd they go? Let's use the meridian to travel.
Dance with me, Val. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of dances during my travels, and Karina's very skilled. She might be the best I've seen so far.
Morley, I don't think I've ever heard such a glowing compliment from you. Maybe you deserve an encore after all.
Those two appear to be having the times of their lives. I do not think I have seen either smile so simply.
Yeah, me neither.
The at-ease atmosphere of Tsata is incredibly infectious. Perhaps this change of pace came at the perfect time. Oh, I had meant to inquire about your investigation. Did you locate a suitable ship?
It's not the ship that's the problem. Nothing has been able to set sail from Tsata because of a huge wall of water.
Forgive me, but why would the alms need to cross the ocean? The Manor Tree is not located on the earthen continent of Jutuona.
Who are you?
We have given up our possessions, but not our names. I am called Glyph.
There is something we need in the Earth Village before we continue the pilgrimage. Glyph, do you know how to navigate this ocean?
Whatever force created the wall of waves did not mean for mortal hands to rend it. Do not waste your time with futile and...
That's the problem.
Then I suppose this is...
Such swift judgment. Do not the all...
Disaster may...
Humanity has only lasted this long because...
And on... How does...
How did the Alms pilgrimage start in the first place? And why do they need to sacrifice themselves to the Mana Tree to save us? Orin was asking the same questions. I feel like I'm missing something. Like I don't know the first thing about this world. We've got a ways to go on our journey.
Ooh.
Palomina, how's your head? Do you need some fresh air?
Thank you. That would be a welcome relief.
The Cape is a lovely place to rest and clear your head. It's far enough away from the city crowds.
I am so sorry to have ruined the mood with my mysterious malady.
Don't apologize. I just...
Over here. Welcome. What will it be? Please stop by again.
Taking this? Yes! Grizzly!
Do you hear that?
Huh? Look, there!
She is calling to me.
Hey! Palomina! Palomina, come on! Snap out of it!
What was I doing? Forgive me. It was such a sudden state of dizziness.
Dizziness? You nearly went over the edge. That was a really close call.
I heard a voice. Her lament was so sad and solemn.
What are you talking about? What voice? All I saw was a huge wall of waves. No wonder the ships haven't been able to set sail recently.
Strange. The sound is the only... I heard a voice. Yet Val could not hear the same sound. And such a strange emotion...
Whoa! Yes!
Glyph mentioned that you weren't feeling well. Are you doing any better, Palomina?
Apologies for my abrupt absence. Val and I have to tell you two of the sight we saw from the Cape.
Hang on.
We can...
I know this melody. Once very long ago, a prince and princess, sundered by walls of water, vowed their love within the temple halls of mortar.
How romantic. But wait! That sounds like the start of a poem. How does it end?
For some reason, I can only recall the start of the sonnet. The remaining refrains I cannot remember.
Aww. But what do they do after they get to the temple?
Val, the verse is the very same tune I heard on the Cape. What does that mean?
Maybe that ballad has something to do with the Wall of Waves. Like, one causes the other or something.
If memory serves, there was a grand temple located near Tsata.
That would be Tato Temple, I believe. It is on the waterfront to the west of here.
Hey, let's make a detour and visit Tato Temple. It might clear a few things up.
Right. Nothing will change if we don't take action. Let's prepare to head out tomorrow morning.
Young Soul Guard, a word? Nothing good will come of visiting Tato Temple. It's rumored to be haunted, with monster nests infesting every inch of the grounds.
The danger we face on the journey is all part of the job. We each have our duties to fulfill, and mine is being the Soul Guard. I haven't forgotten what you said, but I don't have an answer yet. All I can do is go forward and face whatever comes my way.
Brave words, Soul Guard. By the laws of this land, all we own belongs to everyone. We give and take in equal measure. This is the Salamando Candle, the vessel of fire. It was given to a hero of legend by the goddess of mana herself. Originally guarded in Tiania, over much time and many owners, the vessel came to us here in Sata. Now it seems right to entrust its fire powers to you.
Thank you so much. Hopefully this'll help us get through a haunted temple.
May your endeavor be successful.
Ready? Then west we go to Tato Temple.
This city sees travelers from all around.
I should look around town to prep for the journey to Tato Temple. excited. This might be useful. Yes!
Oh, there. You're the group of travelers that took the Salamando candle from Glyph, right?
Sorry for taking it from the...
Don't worry, but I did. Let me share with you what not. Good luck.
The free citizens were pretty accommodating after all.
Yeah, they even gave us a Salamando candle.
Will you be able to make the journey, Palomina? We can rest more if need be.
Your concern is appreciated, but I am capable of completing this journey to Tato. A haunted temple, so they say. But what constitutes a haunting?
Could be overrun with monsters. Or maybe it has something to do with the Wall of Flames. Either way, we won't know until we get there.
Yes! Did people used to live around here in the past?
My guess is yes. Just look at all the building remains.
I wonder what it was like for them.
Onward!
You're a very good dancer, Karina. I was surprised.
You were surprised? That was the first time you'd ever given me a compliment.
A shame that I missed the show. I would... love to watch you another time, Karina.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to get you all dance with me next time.
Thanks for watching out for Palomina, Val. She might have walked straight off the edge if you weren't there to stop her.
Yeah, she was way out of it. It was scary. We should still keep an eye on her during this trip to Tato, just in case.
Yes! Onward! Next, want some more? Yes! Easy! Next!
That's probably Tato Temple. It looks impressive even from far off.
This old thing looks run down. Is that the entrance?
We might be able to enter from over there. Let's check.
I do not like the look of this.
Huh? It isn't even ocean.
We gotta take a look.
There appears to be something ahead beyond the antechamber. Nothing is moving, but we should continue with caution nonetheless.
It's hard to tell in this light, but there's something further in. Huh. It's a turtle.
No, it's not. It's a statue of a turtle. Or perhaps a monster.
It's the which would mean...
I suppose I see it?
Huh? Did you see that? Was that a tear?
Statues can't cry.
I do not see any tears. Are you suggesting that a stone carving can feel sadness?
Come on. What was that poem you recited earlier?
Once very long ago, a prince and princess sundered by walls of water vowed their love within the temple halls of mortar.
Aha! A tear! I told you!
I did see something shimmer around his eye.
I surely stand corrected.
It almost looked like it was reacting to your recitation, Palomina.
I think you're onto something. Let's really give it something to cry about.
Having fun at the turtle's expense, huh?
Can you blame me? It's a crying statue. I want to make it bawl like a baby.
Palomina, where are you going?
You do not hear it? Such a strange sound.
She's acting like she did on the Cape. Let's follow her.
A crying turtle? A forgotten love poem? What is going on?
Best to just let Karina and Palomina handle it. Yes! Come forth! Time to shine! Got some syrup! Grizzly! Taking this?
I hear, once very long ago, a princess's heart soared as she danced by her prince. But their love was forbidden in this instance.
Forbidden love? Ooh, what's next? Tell me, tell me!
Unfortunately, this particular passage is all I heard this time. I cannot attest to the rest.
No way that was the end of the story. There are probably other things nearby that are kinda like this.
We should check another of the rooms.
I'm a sucker for forbidden love stories. I gotta know what happened to those two.
I too am immensely intrigued by this rhyming riddle. Let us resume searching the rooms.
I'm brimming with power! Yes! Grizzly! Wanna do this the hard way, huh? Salamando! Fireball! Okay. Fireball! Got it!
This event calls for the...
When I regard this relic, I recall yet another ringing refrain. Once very long ago, a prince said to his princess as they danced together, he would not let her slip from his grasp whatsoever.
Oh, the suspense! He might let go! Ugh! How does it end?
The statue in the other room is indeed reaching out his hand to his princess.
It's acting out Palomina's poem. We have to keep looking. That's another room down. You doing okay, Morley?
It's nothing. I'm just not accustomed to Karina's enthusiasm for this.
Come forth! Thanks for the pick-me-up.
Oh, a subsequent stanza. Once very long ago, a princess looked at her hand now unclasped and her tears swelled like waves as in sorrow she gasped.
That liar! He said he'd never let go, and then he just up and left her?
You might be too invested in this story.
It does pluck at the heartstrings. Tears swelled like waves as in sorrow she gasped, right? The princess's tears must have something to do with the wall of waves, but that's all I've got so far.
How could he have let go of her hand like that? What drove them apart? I have to know.
The adjacent antechamber may have some answers.
Grizzly!
I don't even want to be sorry. I only got that one.
Got it! Okay.
Summon the spirits to our side. And so the love story between the pair played out. Once very long ago, a prince remained trapped by the waves alone, waiting for his beloved dance partner to return home.
How tragic! How cruel! The two lovers were torn from each other's sides.
Karina is crying more than the statue.
Just you wait until the turtle hears the whole tale. You'll see, he'll be sobbing way harder.
Let's return to the hall and find out then, shall we? Something might have changed in the main room.
I bet that turtle is bawling its eyes out by now.
Would it be? Now we've searched everywhere. It seems like the prince and the princess were broken-hearted in the end. We should recite the entire story and pray for their happiness in the next life.
Once very long ago, a prince and princess sundered by walls of water vowed their love within the temple halls of mortar.
Once very long ago, a princess's heart soared as she danced by her prince, but their love was forbidden in this instance.
Once very long ago, a prince said to his princess as they danced together, he would not let her slip from his grasp whatsoever.
Once very long ago, a princess looked at her hand now unclasped, and her tears swelled like waves as in sorrow she gasped.
Once very long ago, a prince remained trapped by the waves alone, waiting for his beloved dance partner to return home.
May the two souls dance again together one day.
Is the prince from the story supposed to be vengeful?
That's not what I pictured.
Verily, this is Vuskov, the sacred beast of legend.
Vuskov? Who cares what his name is? He's coming right for us!
Lost himself in his hate. He must stop his rampage.
This whole experience.
I'm only just getting started. Fireball! Salamander!
That looked like a hearty hit.
Stop throwing a tantrum and listen.
Vuskov, return to your senses.
Looks like we have to deal with a small fight before we get the boost. Go! You're mine!
He seems to realize this was a simple misunderstanding.
Does he want us to follow him?
I think we should.
He's headed for the coast, I think.
Don't fall behind!
He is trying to tell us something, but what could it be?
We'll know once we catch up to him. Come on!
Let's use the meridian to travel.
I guess we can climb aboard. Let's hoist the anchor and set sail. What is that? Oh no! Is he trying to bust through the wall of waves with brute force?
Hold on to the flagpole, or you'll get tossed overboard.
There's another one. Another Vuskov.
Two lost lovers together at long last.
A fairy tale ending fit for a pair of sweethearts.
And the prince and the princess lived happily ever after. And so the tale ends for our heroes. Or whatever.
Hey, look, I see land. I bet it's Jutuona, the Earthen continent. Thank you.
Huh? Is this flute for me? See ya later!
Earthen continent, you say?
Jutuona was once bustling with people and commerce, like any other continent.
No sign of that kind of life here. This harbor's falling apart.
Gnome just doesn't have the same power as he used to. There's no time to waste. Let's head to Guju and find Gnome. The prince found his princess. That's a relief.
They look so perfect going off together. I almost started crying. Again.
Now that we're here, we can head to Guju and find Gnome. And off we go!
Easy! Oh, Bart, go back! Are you friends with Vuskov, Remco? So that's why you figured it out so quickly. I'm glad we could help your friend.
This feels great!
Onward!
Easy! This feels great!
On guard!
Come at me!
Such devastation. I hear it was a beautiful place in its heyday.
Now it almost appears as if the desert is grieving its own destruction.
This feels great!
Yes! All you got?
Easy! Go faster! Feeling!
Remember to rest, little one.
And off we go! Go faster! Grizzly!
On guard!
Next!
In 4 short years, Guju was reduced to this.
I think the answers to our questions are buried deep beneath the sand at this point.
The village is up ahead. Let's hurry.
Onward!
The blessings of the spirits. Are what's keeping our home safe from this.
We're all just one step away from the same fate. Guess we better focus on completing this pilgrimage, huh?
Got some syrup. This feels great! See-
Guju. The Earth Village looks vacant.
Not a single townsperson left to talk to. Unsurprising.
But how did it get this bad?
Reports recount that the Alm of Earth was never chosen, causing the village to vanish.
Do we have to stay here? I don't like this whole...
Let's check the area. Let's go find Gnome. Or at least a friendly face. Maybe Eliza could help. Yes!
A survivor. Should we approach them?
As long as you're sure it's not a ghost.
What's that? Oh, bless my beard. Y'all scared me clean out of my boots. You merchants? Prospectors? Hold on a minute. Well, shave my toes and call me a poto. Y'all are a party of alms making the pilgrimage.
Sorry to bother you, but we're looking for Gnome.
Our patron elemental? I suppose it ain't my place to pry into the affairs of all. Oh, I plumb forgot to introduce myself. I'm Watts, guy and miner, and probably the only person you'll be seeing around here.
Do you mean to say that not a soul elected to stay in the settlement after the calamity?
What about Liza? Orin said she survived the disaster. Is Liza still here? In Guju?
You might as well head to the Eastern Plateau and see for yourself.
Let's stop by the plateau while we search for Gnome.
Let's make a loop around the village and then head toward the Eastern Plateau. Let's rest up. Yes! Let me see. This might be useful. Taking this. Yes! This might be useful. Taking this. Yes! Liza? Stone? But how? Liza, what happened to you? So she was another victim of the disaster. Guess what, Liza? I became a soul guard, like you. And Hina was named the Alma Fire. We set out on the pilgrimage together, but... well, a lot happened since then. You taught us so much, but I still don't understand. Why did everything fall apart?
Round here, we got a saying. Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone. 4 years ago, our gal Liza tried to leave the village before the Soul Guard arrived. It was right after she'd been named the Alm of Earth.
You mean she ran away?
Yep, with that husband of hers, Orin. Without the Earth's blessing, most of the villagers turned into golems. And you see how Liza ended up.
That's crazy. Liza would never run from her responsibilities. She was a soul guard, the best in the village. She understood the alms sacrifice better than anyone.
Way I see it, everybody's gotta make a choice. Gotta decide what matters most to them, be it duty, tradition, or something else. We Gaians put a lot of stock in tradition. In fact, I'd say we're more stubborn than most, set in our ways like a gemstone fused to rock. So when Liza moved here from a far-off settlement blessed by fire, not earth, well, some people kicked up a fuss, that's for sure.
Poor Liza.
Orin tried to leave the village then, too. Didn't want to deal with the bigotry, but Liza put her foot down. She couldn't stand to pull Orin away from his work. You see, he was the best ceramicist in town. Made all our ceremonial urns and the like.
Liza was always interested in traditional cultures around the world. She loved the Fairies Festival, too.
She threw herself into the study of Earth. Wanted the villagers to see how serious she was. Liza became more knowledgeable about Earth and ore than anyone for miles. Nothing for it but to accept her as one of Guju's own and give our blessings.
And that's when she was appointed the Alm of Earth.
Sure as you're born, the fairy and the spirits recognized her love of all things earthen and deemed her worthy. The whole village was proud as punch, let me tell you. But in the end, the two lovebirds chose each other. Guess I see where they were coming from. They worked hard to build a life here. Couldn't throw that away.
Sounds like Orin and Liza had a tougher time than I thought.
Y'all got your reasons for coming out here to Guju. I might not be much help, but I'll tell you what I know of Gnome. First off, he ain't been seen in these parts for a while now. At least not since I came back to the village. Only other place I can think of to check is the Gamerda Mines.
The mines, huh?
Yep, they're northwest of the desert outside of Guju. Can't miss them. Mines are abandoned, or I guess you could say repurposed as monster nests. Can't stand the place, but I ain't never been one for fighting. Quit the patrols after 3 days. Don't worry, I wasn't about to let you go off without some help. Here, take the gnome shovel. I've been taking care of it as the last remaining villager of Guju. Maybe this elemental vessel will guide you back to its original owner.
Thank you. We'll do our best to find Gnome.
Who knows? If he comes back, it might even revitalize that stone friend of ours.
Well, I did get to see Liza again. But what was the point of it all? Focus on Gnome. I can't let grief get in the way of my mission. Yes!
Yes, sirree.
Welcome! Come again soon! Welcome! Peruse at your leisure. Come back anytime! Welcome! All these goods are the cream of the crop. Take a late meal from your purchase. 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 Come back again sometime.
Let's rest up.
Watt said to check northwest of the desert.
Gamerda mines were once renowned for its supply of ore.
Can't imagine it's seen any action in a long time. We gotta be careful.
Onward! On go back!
How is the gnome shovel different from any other shovel? It digs holes.
It is almost like the town was carved out to accommodate the mine. An impressive operation, in my opinion.
People made their living off of that mine. It was important to the world's commerce, too. Hard to say what condition it will be in now.
Unfortunately, many places left unattended become home to unwanted guests.
Thunder Saber! Salamando! Flame Saber!
Hold your defenses until the very end.
Okay.
Go back!
Snitch Lucre, perhaps I can procure a present for Ian.
Is this? Let's go! Go faster!
Who wants some more? Yes!
How do you think Watts keeps himself busy all alone in Gucci?
I don't know. What would you do if you were alone in that ghost town?
Sounds like Watts is in a similar situation to myself when I was camped outside of the town.
Come at me! Easy!
I wish there was something I could do for Liza, but without a miracle, we're left with only wishes.
No one might have some more information for us. We'll always have hope. This feels great!
Aren't we sure these mines were in use 4 years ago?
With the loss of...
Bad enough to feel the effects all the way.
You can see.
It's a shame we couldn't see. It's so dusty I can hardly breathe.
There are definitely monsters in here, too. Watch out!
They were not our equal. The gnome shovel causes a reaction in minor monsters.
It looks monstrous, but it's not attacking.
Shall...
Oh, this golem is impressive.
I bet it can do something about the rock mechanisms. It seems strong enough to me. It opened! Now we can move forward.
The gateway is indeed inviting.
Whoa! Yes!
One rival remains. Our forces made this
dust cloud once I brush them off.
I too fear for the condition of my fur after this foray.
Is that all?
Got some syrup. Help us out. Grizzly! Resonant! Thanks for the pick-me-up. This is kind of exciting. Nice! Power of men! I'm brimming with power. Time to shine!
Is the power of the Earth spirits heading toward the tower?
Something might have activated. We should endeavor to return to the entrance.
This is kind of exciting. Nice! Whoa! I guess this means I've improved. Please work.
punks
this?
like you for breakfast.
Help us out! That's the second one, right? Let's go back and check.
Honestly, this place feels more like ancient ruins than a working mine.
Grant me power!
Well, we've tried what we can. Now what?
We can go in, I guess.
Something tells me this was a bad idea.
Oh dear. Has anyone been hurt?
Just my pride.
The Earth spirits disappeared into the tower.
Yeah, probably. Maybe we can find a way in like before.
Goodness, the spirits have gone into the tower.
Do they want us to go after them? Maybe Gnome is in there.
There's a chance, at least. I vote we follow.
Got some syrup! Why did they need to make everything so complicated inside this mine?
Gaian economy is based on mining. Maybe they felt protective over their resources.
That makes sense. My dad never liked people messing around in his workspace either. Grant me power! Thanks for the pick-me-up.
There are things like this in other areas, too.
There are more places we can go now. Let's try them out.
I still can't believe the Gaian people made all this.
These have to be historical sites of great import. If only a Gaian associate were available to ask about them. For your assistance. One rival remains.
Easy! I'm getting the hang of this!
One more location left. Do not lose sight of our goal.
Yes!
Did that noise come from the center of this thing?
We might be able to enter the tower now. Let's go.
There's a way down. That's all the invitation I need.
The spiritual power here feels strange, stagnated.
I don't like the sound of that. Let me check on my stock of items and gear.
Let's plan our next move.
I thought my mind was playing tricks, but no. There's something here.
Quite the overwhelmingly oppressive presence.
We didn't come this far underground to get scared off now. Show yourself.
Oh.
Here it comes.
What beady eyes.
That's not like any mole I've ever seen. Careful, everyone. Settle.
I'm no expert, but that looks like a mineral deposit to me. Perhaps Gnome's power isn't as weak as we feared.
If the Earth still has life, then Gnome's gotta be around somewhere. Keep searching.
What are you talking about? I'm right here! Woo-wee! Jewel Eater done gone and made a mess of this place.
Gnome, I would guess?
Now ain't that a sight for sore eyes? Alms, in my mind! What can I do you for?
We were looking for you. What are you doing hiding out in a monster's lair? Did you want to get eaten?
What do you mean, monster lair? This here mine is mine. Not my fault that Jewel Eater came and...
Hang on. You were inside.
Glad we arrived when we did.
So am I. Jewel Eater was sucking the Earth dry of all his leftover mana power. Now that it's gone, everything on... And I got a bit of the old pep in my step again. What? Nap time's over, though. Time for me to resurface before another monster gets hungry. If y'all follow. done dug up an
Jumping Grumpkins! People still live in Guju. Must have been underground for too long. I figured y'all left once the village was destroyed.
Guju's seen better days, to be sure. But now that you're back, Gnome, maybe...
Sorry to say, but my powers just ain't what they used to be back in the day.
About that, we actually came to ask for your help, Gnome. The soil in Dede won't grow anything. If our jack seed won't sprout, we can't get up the cliffs and make our way to Elusia Isle. Is there anything you can do?
Aha! So that's why y'all went out of your way to find me. Well, I hate to disappoint my fans. Rise and shine, my little earth spirits. These servants of mana need your help. Lend them a hand now, you hear?
Does the ground seem warmer to you?
There! That ought to fix your plant problem.
Couldn't you have used this power to keep Guju from falling?
I'm plumb tapped out of mana at this point, and without an alm to replenish it, well... Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone. What turns to stone stays stone, I'm afraid.
Then, there's nothing we can do for Liza?
Guju is gone! About time y'all quit worrying about the past and start focusing on the lands that still have a chance, if you ask me. It's time for you to go back to the Dede Cliffs. It's a long way yet before you reach the Mana Tree.
A poignant reminder of our remaining responsibilities.
Cheer up! Y'all are a beacon of hope to people like us. Word of the new Alm of the Moon managed to reach all the way out here.
Huh? How did you hear about Etern?
Merchants travel here and there, bringing wares and stories alike. All I know is that for 16 years, there's been no alm from Etern. But if the parish can come back after so long, why not Guju? There may even be hope for dear Liza yet.
Please, take care of Liza for me.
You worry about yourselves. We can take care of our own.
Give the goddess a holler for me!
Time to head back to Dede. The jack seed should sprout now. Let's go back to the Dede Cliffs.
Wait, how are we getting back over there?
There's only an ocean between us.
Shall we survey the situation at the northern shore?
Let's use the meridian to travel.
No signs of Vuskov nearby.
Oh, try out the fairy flute. You should be able to hear it.
Consider yourself lucky I didn't go all out.
Taking this. He's working. I'm brimming with power. This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. things are going swimmingly!
We made it, safe and sound.
Might I suggest we meet with Molave at the garrison as soon as possible?
Grizzly!
Glad to be back. It feels like we were gone for ages.
This time, we'll make it to the top of the cliffs for sure.
We better. I didn't spend all that time over in Guju for nothing, you know.
I don't feel any power from the Earth spirits yet.
When the ceremony commences, we shall see a difference, I am sure.
You have a point. Might as well wait for the ritual.
Let's plan our next move.